It's the best dressed public defender that you know, and I'm coming to you with our second case out of Georgia. This is a cold case from 1998. This case is state of Georgia versus Christopher Wolfenbarger. Okay, Christopher Wolfenbarger is standing trial for the cold case M of his then 21-year-old wife Melissa Wolfenbarger. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They're stating that the last time anyone spoke to Melissa was on Thanksgiving Day of 1998, and that Christopher was the last person to see Melissa alive. They're stating that they found a severed head and some dismembered legs. Her legs had been dismembered, and those parts were found scattered close to a glass company where Christopher worked. The interesting thing about this case is it broke open when Carl Patton, the father of Melissa, confessed to being a serial unaliver, and he's known as the Flint River M. Carl entered a guilty plea to 5 M's and then asked for the state's help to find and identify his daughter, basically. So with the help of DNA testing, the investigators were able to identify the remains that were found of Melissa. Now, Christopher first told police that Melissa had left on her own. Then he came back and changed the story and said that he had dropped Melissa off at a train station, still making him the last person to see Melissa. However, the defense came back swinging. The defense is arguing that Melissa's father or the family members of the victims could have committed this crime. Furthermore, the defense is highlighting that Melissa's mom did not report Melissa missing until December of 2020, and that is an issue. And that Melissa's mom did not like Christopher and would say and do anything to convict him or see him placed in prison. Now, the defense also argued, which is important because this is a cold case, that the state will not be able to present any evidence as to how Melissa passed away. We know her body was dismembered, but we don't know what was used, what weapon was used, or where or how it was dismembered, or who transported the remains to the site where some of her remains were found. The state is alleging that this crime was committed by a saw, but there is no evidence or what type of saw was used. The most important part is Christopher consented to a DNA test because there were paint chips and fibers and pubic hair and head hair found on Melissa. However, none of that matched Chris. None of it. So with cold case, you have an issue with memory lapse, evidence, and things of that nature. So let's keep watching this to see how this pans out. I think the state has an uphill battle on this one. We'll see. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this so far.